Well, and one of the things that you mentioned, which I really want to talk with you about because it's something I love so much. And I feel like it's one of those things that if people aren't doing it or feel intimidated or not sure how to get started, they absolutely should look into it because it has so much benefit. But that is pushing into a classroom. And I know that's not always possible or appropriate depending on the class, but would just love to talk with you about when we're thinking about pushing into a classroom, what is this, if for those who may not be completely familiar, and what populations are most appropriate for this?
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, if you've heard the term push in, a lot of people equate that as I'm going into the classroom and providing services. And we know the whole pull out concept where we're all well versed in that. We pull the kids out and take them to our speech room and we do all of the magic that we do. And so I think with push, I still call it push in because I feel like that's the most, it's a term that everyone it rings a bell in their mind, like, oh yeah, push in. Okay, what is this thing, but they know it means going into the classroom. And so as I started doing more collaborative services and digging a little bit deeper into how you set up, your push in lessons, I started to see that there is really an umbrella of services that we could call collaborative services. So it could be some co-teaching, it could be coaching, it could be consultation, and it could be pull out. It could be a pull out session with you then going into the classroom and coaching the staff. So switching your mindset to it's only going into the classroom and doing a lesson and the teacher's sitting there while you're teaching the lesson is like one option, but there's a lot of different options. And so it can really be appropriate for any classroom. I think the biggest roadblocks for school-based speech pathologists is that it would be nice. I would have loved to go into every classroom and push in, but as we know, we have caseloads of 50. Some people have 100 kids on their caseload. So you can only go into one classroom at a time, but not all the kids are there where you could take them into a group. So that definitely is a roadblock. And so you have to look and see, what's going to be the best for your time. I have found a lot of value in doing a co-teaching collaborative service model with my self-contained classrooms because a lot of these students have, they don't just have one goal. They have a lot of different goals and also different needs and things that I know that I cannot accomplish in 1 day a week therapy, twice a week therapy. And I would even say, even if I saw a kid 5 days a week, I still feel like they aren't going to get they're not going to get the opportunities and practice that they could get in the classroom. So when we can, help work alongside another staff member to help them with implementing some of these goals and learning from them to see how we can incorporate some of the things that are expected of the student in the classroom, we're really building up the child's opportunities and skill sets together. So that's really why I like it and how it could be used across any classroom. But it's unique to your own caseload. So it's hard to say this is what you have to do kind of thing.